Jasmyne and Vince.
The Jasmyne Show.
The Jasmyne Vince.
And we are back, everybody. What's going on? Welcome to a brand new episode of The Jasmyne Show.
I'm Jazz.
And I'm Vince, and we're here to talk about Celebrity Big Brother. And it's almost over. I cannot tell you what episode we're on right now because it's been so much. It's been so much pushed together. But I believe we're recapping the 10th or 11th episode. I was like, I wasn't gonna try, but let me think of it.
The
Friday night's episode, in which we got to see, last we saw at least, Todd Bridges was demolishing the HOH competition,
Yes.
which I thought it was good to see. It was good to see him do his thing.
I hate that competition. I don't know what it's called, but the one where they moved it, follow which one I'm in, and then moved. At one point, it was like 3 helicopters. And they were going like this, and then 2 more helicopters dropped down and came and then left. I was like, this is nuts. Nobody can follow this.
I was referring to at the end of the last episode where Todd was drinking the ginger and all that.
Stuff.
Yeah, but I think you're forgetting into yeah. Now I know how you be when you be like, oh, you skipped the whole thing. I'm like, what are you talking about? I was like, damn, girl, you got right. That's the end of the episode. But yes, Todd did win HOH, so let's get past that then. Yeah, it's veto time once again, and Carson is the person on the block with Lamar. Lamar and Todrick have been spending some personal time together, bonding because they've been locked into each other for 24 hours with the Hojito and lime. And again, Todd, who is currently the HOH, is trying to play here, folks. And people are starting to recognize it, which I think is a really good thing for him. Didn't see him turning up too much, but Todd is, I'm saying, there's a little bit of evil genius in there. I think it had something to do with the fact that Lamar, who is his evil genius final 2, they might have gotten together.
You are hilarious with this.
And wait, hear me out.
I'm sorry, y'all. I'm cold.
Hear out my prediction. All right. Lamar and Todd got together and they said, how can we make sure that we have some better stake in this game? I think the best way, they went like with the pinky and brain tactic. You know, one.
So who's the pinky and who's the brain?
I'm not going to say who's the pinky and who's the brain, but they decided that.
That's so offensive.
I didn't say anything. So they decided that Lamar was going to be attached to Todrick for 24 hours because he's the sneakiest little person in the house. And Todd realized that, and Lamar was like, let's do it. And then tried to act like, oh, you know, I don't know why Todd did that. You know, I hate mascots because they wanted to trick the viewers, too. That's what's happening. It's an evil scheme.
So everybody is scheming into
It's an evil scheme. It's a classic Pinky and Brain play. I've seen it so many times before. But I thought that was interesting. I'm like, I wonder if they plan to have them attached so Lamar could be more in on the plans. And why, when they were in the bathroom together and Todrick was right there, why did he ask Todrick if he wanted to be a pawn, or did he ask Lamar?
I don't know what you're talking about.
I'm asking about Todd asking Lamar to be a pawn, and Lamar just being like, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
Nobody else is suspicious of this, just me. All right, cool. I'm sorry, we went too deep into my little prediction, but I'm messing around for the most part. But who knows? All right, Todd, Misha, and Todrick were playing in the 3-card Monty veto competition where stuff was moving around. They had to pick the ball under the hat and whatever. They were killing it. They were doing a really good job.
I thought Cynthia was doing good at first.
Cynthia was doing good for a minute.
Yeah, but then when we got closer to the end, it was like, who had the points? Todd, Misha, and Todrick. I'm like, oh, my guy Carson about to leave. No.
Sorry, Carson. But yeah, Misha did actually end up winning that competition. It was kind of rough. I thought it was a little tricky on that one. But I'm very curious about Misha. I need to know who put her on game. Like, we already know Todrick has been hanging out with the whole cookout. Some of the other house guests have spent time with some Big Brother people, some super fans here and there. But who put Misha on game?
She never really said like, "Oh, I watch Big Brother," but she clearly knows how the whole game goes.
So. Misha's starting to scare me a little bit.
Yeah.
Mindset wise, and don't forget she's definitely in fight mode. Like we got to see that, and I had like,
oh, she's training for the fight and trying to lose 17 pounds.
I was like, yo.
I was like, that explains why she was beating the crap out of.
I was like, yo, that is scary. And I feel like you got to stay in shape. But the fact that she's training to fight directly after she gets out the house, that's hella scary.
She's gangster for that.
And having to lose 17 pounds, I don't know how she's going to do it, but that's
especially now with Carson in the house.
That's a lot. Yeah, with them cakes. That's why she wanted them
cakes.
Going.
What else?
That's why she wanted them going the whole time. She's
casserole.
Like, stop making this good, delicious stuff. I gotta lose. I am all muscle. I have to lose 17 pounds. Don't do this. Hilarious. But I did have see what happens when I abbreviate names. I have no idea who I'm talking about. Is that supposed to be Cynthia? I think it's Cynthia and Carson. Typo too. That's what it is. Cynthia and Carson, they want to make a Final Four with Todrick and Misha, and I was like, ooh, it's kind of desperate.
It's hella desperate. They trying to do whatever they can to flip it at the end, but it's not gonna work. It's too late. They've had a target on y'all since the beginning, so they're not about to be like, oh yeah, we should work with.
It's
them.
part of Big Brother though. You got to try. You got to take a shot. Shoot or shoot.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Shoot or shoot. So they brought in Jerry O'Connell, which I appreciate. Jerry O'Connell is a super fan apparently, and apparently also knows most of the people in the house or has met a good amount of them at one point and is like, knows them like personally, like, oh, Lammy and Sin. I'm like, look at this guy.
I hate that. Every time I say lamb, what they say, lamb?
Go ahead, Jerry O'Connell. I love Jerry O'Connell from, has he been on Celebrity Big Brother or is he just a super fan?
No, he hasn't been on Celebrity Big Brother.
I don't think so, but he needs to be. He needs to be. My other prediction is that I think they're grooming him to be the next Julie Chen. Y'all heard it. Y'all heard it from me.
Julie Chen is Julie Chen.
No, Julie Chen is Julie Chen. They had him on there, and I didn't even know that he was on the talk. You know what I'm saying? Which Julie Chen is not a part of anymore currently. Julie, we love you. But you know what I'm saying? If y'all need some help hosting.
Julie Chen Moonbez fan club over there.
Yeah. JCM. Yeah, the fan club. Queens.
You know.
Yeah. Oh my God. No, we got to talk about that. Oh my God. I can't wait. Julie, we love you. But if you need some help hosting over there, you know what I'm saying? Just CBS, Viacom, hit us up. Anywho, that was my prediction about Jerry O'Connell, who I also loved in, it wasn't super bad. What was it? Tomcats. You saw him in Kangaroo Jack. Tomcats was it's a cult favorite. That was one of my joints. Anywho, past that, he had some interesting reactions about people in the house. He was promoting for Todrick and Cynthia's brands and stuff like that. Yeah. I was like, all right, Jerry, you're a good friend. You're a good friend. But moving past that.
Speaking of being good friends, check out Routenberry if you're in the LA area.
Oh, random. We finished ours already. Routenberry. Just gonna put that out there. Routenberry, delicious juices, all natural stuff. Shout out to the Garland family doing their thing over there. Yeah. All right. Plug. Check it out. LA.
We'll put it down.
LA. Check us out. Link in bio? I don't know.
Yes.
Moving along, Carson. His plan, which was better than I thought, he comes to Misha and Todrick, says, yo, look, we know, I think this is to Todrick specifically, we know y'all gonna make it to the end. So, pledging our loyalty, don't vote us out. You got our votes. Todrick was like, oh, this sounds good. Todrick is a little bit more narcissistic than Misha. And even though
I think that Todrick knows that it's cool to try to ride out to the end with Misha, but Misha would beat him at the end just off of, what is the word? Stats?
Yeah, you can say that.
Yeah.
You can say that. So, Carson, I think he did a good job because even though Misha seems to be very on top of the game, I don't think she would have fell for that, straight up. Todrick, it seems like he is extremely on top of the game and knows everything, but also
he tells Misha everything immediately.
Definitely,
that's annoying to me.
It's annoying to you. It's a good loyalty move, but it could.
It seems like it's like I feel like he's depending on her to make moves.
It does.
What it seems like.
But I think the thing behind that is that she looks like the muscle. She looks like she's the one
So he wants
moving
her to
everything. So
take all the blood.
when they get to the final two, it's like, yo, I masterminded all this, and she just wanted everybody out.
Yeah, she has all the blood on her hands.
You know, that's the point. That's how Big Brother works. So I do give Todrick his props for that.
But you still gotta win some stuff and get your
exactly. He hasn't won anything yet. And also, what did he win something already? It was a veto last. Todrick
didn't win.
Todrick won something last episode, I thought, or maybe it was at the end of it. Maybe it was at the end of this episode. I'm bugging.
Oh, he did win something. You're right. This is a 2-hour episode, y'all.
It was very long. It was very long, which is why we recorded it late.
He won the veto or something.
Here we go. So let's continue with that then. Either way, Todrick is he's in it for himself, even though he's very, very loyal to Misha. I think that he's thinking, oh, how can I, it's only 5 of us left, almost, like, how can I make this the best possible thing for me? It didn't work out, y'all. Misha acknowledged that that Todd is a threat in this game, which I thought was cool. She was like, yo, he might be next up if we don't figure this out, because the whole idea is that because it was Carson and Lamar on the block, they wanted Carson off the block to possibly put up Cynthia.
No, I thought they wanted to take Lamar off the block and put up Cynthia.
There we go. Either way,
so one of them was going home.
They Misha and Todrick still wanted Cynthia and Todd out. I mean, and Cynthia and Carson out. Nobody could really tell exactly what Todd's plan was, but he is a threat. That's what matters. So do you go against?
No, Todd said that he didn't want to put Cynthia up because he needed that jury vote, is what he said. And he was like, hopefully she'll remember that.
Yes.
So it was strategic. And that's what Todrick said. Why wouldn't he put Cynthia on there? Like, that seems like game.
Because
like,
Todd is trying to play. He's trying to play, which I appreciate. Misha also acknowledged that Carson could possibly win if he doesn't go home, which is why the very next chance we saw them. Again, I still don't have a sound effect for this, but I guess that's the sound effect. The sound effect that goes boom on Carson's face. Sorry, Carson. A vote of 2-1. Everybody loves him, of course. Yeah. Everybody loves Carson. And he goes home. I feel like Julie showed him even some extra love. There was like people there apparently to make noise for him when we got out there. She asked him straight up. She was like, yo, why didn't you believe Shayna? Why didn't you believe that she saved you and still wanted to work with you? And I forget what his answer was.
He said she crossed us or something. What he said was valid, but I still feel like it would have been more of an asset to keep Shayna, just even as a guard.
I agree. But we also agreed, like we said on last episode, she didn't make it believable, man. She wasn't even trying to.
She was defensive.
She didn't make it seem like she wasn't stabbing people in the back. Like, she didn't do a good job of explaining that. But yeah, after that, Carson again went home, unfortunately. So now we're officially down to 5 people in the house. People got to see videos of their families for a quick second. Lamar, even though he talked about his kids repeatedly in this episode, he got Meta World Peace for some reason. So that was interesting. But Julie was like, she showed him some extra love. He's like, oh yeah, that's my God. Julie, Queens. I just thought that was
it was like they had a sup moment. Like, together. Yeah, Queens.
Yo, New Yorkers, man. Yo.
I was like, yo.
I felt that right in my heart. I was like, yo.
Not even from Queens,
I was like, but it's a New York thing. Like, they in the middle of LA. Lamar is affiliated with Los Angeles for life. Yeah. Julie's been in Hollywood for a very long time. You know what I'm saying? I live in Los Angeles now, but I'm from New York. I'm from the Bronx originally. Queens, directly over the bridge, the White Stone Bridge from the Bronx. But it was just like, yo, I feel you.
But I feel like most people watching that, it went right over their heads. But as soon as they said it, I was dying.
Yo, that was so hard. It was so hard.
It was a hood moment.
It was a very hood moment. Julie, I love you for that. I love you. Yo, Queens, boy. I was like, it happened.
He always low key saying stuff without really saying it, like, so it still look professional.
It happened so fast.
Go over people's heads.
It happened so fast.
Yeah.
I loved it though. So sorry I had to give y'all that. And yeah, I think that was pretty much it. And we're getting ready to get into our next episode right now. I'm gonna throw the schedule up for you right now, so everybody can see it, because I have consolidated it, folks. I have consolidated the schedule. so everybody can just see the last few days. We're almost done, y'all. We're finishing up on Wednesday. Again, this was in fact episode 11, Friday's episode. We'll be bringing you Saturday's episode shortly after, and Sunday is also a 1-hour episode before we get Monday and a day off before the finale. Folks, I need you to tell us in the comments, who is your favorite house guest? Let us know
who are you voting
who you're
for,
voting for.
America's favorite house guest.
Right?
I voted.
Jazz, did you want to tell the people who you voted for?
Carson, y'all know this.
Carson.
Y'all know I like Carson.
R.I.P. We had to let go of Carson. Jazz, again, didn't even know who he was beforehand.
But I love him.
I'm like, how do you not know?
Okay, so the reason why I didn't know was because I never watched Queer Eye for the Straight Guy. And then I used to watch RuPaul's Drag Race when I was in college. So he joined RuPaul's Drag Race after I graduated from college. So that's why I didn't know who he was. Because I stopped watching it because I was busy working.
There you go. Real lives. Right? It happens. But yeah, I'm familiar with Carson. I've seen him around a couple times. I wasn't like the biggest fan of Queer Eye with a Straight Guy. It was, he's
my favorite.
I love him as a personality, and so does everybody else in the business. So I thought that was
hilarious.
Yeah. So Josh was like, "Oh, he's so funny," but we love Carson. I simply texted. I forgot what the number is. Is it 2053?
21538, I think.
There you go. I want to make sure we get the 21523. Text the name of the person. I simply texted in all caps Kirkpatrick, and they was like, "Thank you for your vote." So I'm a Chris Kirkpatrick fan. So
he can do enough for me.
He deserved more.
He did
in this season,
more, but that's
and
what
everybody agrees that he deserved more. He put his game on the line. So I'll give him my vote for that. Let us know who you're thinking about as a favorite guest, favorite house guest this season.
Carson about to win.
Well, there's a good chance. Carson winning. But of course, please make sure that you
like, comment, and subscribe.
Always make sure you're following us on the Tweeters and the Instagrams. And let us know, because we're almost wrapping up with this show. But I want to know who y'all think is going to win this thing. But yeah, that is it for a brand new episode of the
Celebrity Big Brother and the Jasmyne Show.
Peace.
Jasmyne and Vince.
The Jasmyne Show.